Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better than that. We are going to be jumping into the band that won the poll, which is Archspire with the Drone Corpse Aviator. It is going to be very tricky. It's going to be very, very difficult for me to actually be able to break this down, so you're going to have to give me maybe a couple of listens on certain parts maybe, but I'm going to do my fucking best that I can possibly do in order to catch every single thing and keep up. And like, don't know, can you see like my cursor as I'm going across things here? Like, can you see it on the video? I have no idea. I need to actually check that out. Like, yes, you can. Okay, so you can see basically where I'm going to be going across on the song. So you should be able to see basically where we are. If you're trying to keep up with the lyrics, then we're going to do our fucking best to do it, man. But without further ado, we're just going to jump straight fucking into this shit. Sorry, I totally almost forgot to go across where I'm actually reading and where I'm actually trying to keep up. That was just a blast to my fucking face, man. That was awesome. It's been like, I don't think I've ever seen Archspire's drum actually drum. Like, you know, I've always listened to them on Tidal or on like lyric videos and stuff like that. So I've never actually seen them actually properly perform, and it's interesting just to see what they're going towards and just see how it's all going. It's very interesting to watch. Maybe it's like so much to keep an eye on because I'm trying to focus on the video, the lyrics, keeping up with everything, and it's just a whole bunch of work for me to keep up with, man. But still, we're gonna start obviously at the beginning. So we have seen our enemy in the retina on the hill we are made of, as in we have seen our enemy in the retina, as in on the hill we have seen the enemy from wherever we are on the retina of the hill. Like the retina could be from a drone, could be from the people themselves, but on a hill basically. And then peering through the many tortured minds of the imprisoned and the grim actions befallen unto them, as in peering through the many tortured, the many captured and tortured, maybe in war camps or something like that. And then the grim actions, the grim torture and everything else to the imprisoned that's happened. And then we often become blinded by the sheer eye-wrenching defacing of the humans we look into. As in we have to become blinded to the torture, to the madness, to everything else, to the lack of humanity we show towards that thing. And like the sheer fucking defacing, the torture that we put some people through for no reason. And then we're gonna go straight into the third one, and we're just gonna go. We are viewed remotely into the homes of every sycophantic birthing unit. As in we are viewed remotely into the homes of every single birthing unit, and they are regretless and exempt of conscience, as in they have no regrets towards anything that they do, and they have no conscience. They don't know if what they're doing is wrong or right, and they don't seem to care. Performing tormenting, repulsive procedures, as in they are performing they're tormenting people. They are performing repulsive things. They're bereft of emotion. They have no emotion of all that remains of our youth, as in they're trying to rip apart what remains of our youth, and that sank. On all that remains of our youth that sank from pride to dysentery, in the wake of the parasitic serpent hatching. A serpent could be like a government. That's what I'm assuming. It's kind of like a metaphor towards that government, and that's really where I'm kind of thinking of going towards it. Like that's how I'm guessing it's going to be going with it. It's kind of going to be like a kind of anti-government-ish, kind of like, you know, kind of the lizard theory type shit maybe. That's like, because we can show serpents in a lot of ways. We usually say people can be snakes when they're being very backstabby, you know what I mean? So we compare a lot of things to serpents and stuff like that, but still, let's keep going. I'm trying to focus on so many different things at once, man. This is fucking insanity to try to break down. But still, I'm gonna keep fucking going at it, because I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to break this down to the best of my fucking ability at this point, and it's just... it'll be worth it, honestly, I think. I love the bass. The bass tone is so fucking awesome. It's so technical, it's so beautiful, it's so gorgeous, and it has that perfect technical death metal elements behind it. Like, tech death is my favourite genre of all of metal. It's why I can understand most of the metal genres very, very easily. It's just when I actually listen to tech death, when they're actually going at Archspire speed, then it's kind of difficult for me to be like, to pay attention to every single element that I'm trying to listen to. And this is a first, basically, listen for me, so I have no prior knowledge on the song at all, so I'm just going to try to figure this shit out the best that I can. With their hypnotic immunity, as in within, they're immune from everything, from hypnotizing everybody else, to execute a vile deed, to execute whatever deeds they have with them, to watch as they feed them, the hair, teeth, skin, and cartilage digging deeper. And now we view the buried dead, as in we see it all the time. We see it on TV, we see it on news channels and stuff like that. And with our weave of black and liquid, I don't know, like a weave is kind of like a hair thing, or it could be like a weave of something else, like a huge thing of like black and liquid, like a thing you're holding maybe. We will wake the rested, rotted. We will clear and light the path of all that have arrived before us. We will wake the resting rides, and we will wake the people who are rotting where they are. We will try to wake them. We will try to get them up. We will clear and light the path for them, so they have a clear guidance to where they're meant to be going to. Of all that have arrived before us, through the sirens of the drifted, vacant, dreaming, and awaited, they lay dormant. That lay dormant in the earth, as in. Through the sirens of the drifted of, like, a siren is kind of like something that, it could mean like a literal siren, or it could mean like a siren as in like a, well, let me just do that, or like a siren, like that maybe, like, you know, as in like a literal siren of the drifted, a vacant, dreaming, and awaited, and then that lay dormant in the earth. And then of course we have drone cops, Aviator, as in, I think it's literally about the government watching and doing whatever they want and blowing people up with drones and stuff like that. That's what I'm assuming anyway, just from what I've read so far and listened to so far. It sounds very, very personal, like, and like very much like with what today's like big governments are doing, how they're spying on every single person in the world and how they're blowing people up for oil and for other benefits, and it's just fucking stupid if you ask me. But still, we're gonna keep going. It's going to be amazing. It's been amazing so far. I'm fucking enjoying it. We're gonna go into a set right now, I'm assuming, if I remember rightly. Let's keep
Aviator.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. Fucking hell. I love it. That is amazing. Yeah, it's a fucking tune and a half right there, man. We're gonna break down the last bit to him. Then I want to just listen to the song so I don't have to be following so many different things at the same time. It was making my brain hurt trying to follow the shit. Where do we get to? We've basically done here, because it's basically the same as this one, you know. Like with this, these are basically the same. They're just slight differences like between the two right here, and then because it's like the same thing that it has from the resting field. With our path now, we can travel to the aftermath of a captor's entrance, as in from the resting fields from the field where they were basically sheep. They can go within the path, and they can go to the aftermath of the captor's entrance towards their government or people holding them captive, or people who are like controlling or mind or brainwashing or mind controlling or whatever the fuck you want to go in with it. And yeah, basically the same thing, just going all for it, and then we just go into we shall crawl into the marrow of their corpses. We shall crawl literally into the bone marrow of their corpses. We will make them fly and navigate them. We will make them literally fly and navigate. They will move and yell, and they will fight once again, but not from breathing, not alive, but ridden from their burrow. They will return. As in all the dead, the ones which have gone, we will literally go into that marrow. We will reanimate them as corpses, and we will fucking use them. And they will return, taken to the air in droves of gliding carrion, piloting the many flying, with the pool of tar in marrow. As in, like, they will literally, like, take to the air in droves of gliding carrions, and will take control of all of the shows, bring them back to life, fucking take control of everything, just, like, have them fly across the sky, back to where they belong, but in our control. They will move and yell and fight again, but not from breathing, not alive, but risen from the burrow. They will return, lifted out of every monument they put up in their honor, as in, yes, lifted out of everyone. Like, all those people who have monuments put in their honor will be destroyed, will be gone, it will be ordered. All the dead they buried, now propelling in our flying pattern, as in, like, all of the dead will be flying as like drones. They will all be going towards those leaders who fucked them over. They will move and yell and fight again, but not from breathing, not alive, but ridden. They will return, taken to the entrails of gliding carrion, plotting the many flying with the pull of tar and marrow, shifting in formations that are unknown to humans. We are backing out the air. With decomposing gliders, we shall crawl into the marrow of their corpses and make them fly and navigate them. That's so fucking brutal in terms of lyrics, man. That's fucking insane. So basically what they're saying is that they want to reanimate, like, the corpses of the dead, basically go into that marrow, control them, put drones in them, make them fly and fucking go and, like, take over the fucking human race with them. Like, the droves of the dead, which those leaders and fucking cultists have destroyed in their lifetimes, just bring them back and fucking have them screaming and flying and have a fucking attack with them. It's fucking insanity. And that's why I fucking love technical death metal, and death metal in general, just because of insanity like this. It's crazy. But yes, I'm going to turn off the lyrics now because my brain is hurting and trying to analyse and keep up and all of that bullshit, so I am just going to enjoy and sit down and just probably break my neck trying to, like, keep up with the drums, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Let's enjoy the song for what it is, just to, like, listen to it as a whole rather than pausing and yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay. That was fucking amazing. The video was fucking hilarious. Just like, you know, like literally being injected with like the black liquid they're talking about in the song itself. I would need to literally listen to the song another 30, 40, 50, 60 times to try to get everybody to try to get to the point where I can break it down completely. But for my first ever listen, well, for my first 2 ever listens, it was awesome. Like, the technicality is up there, as always, with Archspire. That band that remind me that, you know, when people talk about Ginger and they say that Ginger were one of the first bands, or like one of the most popular bands to have this little like soft breakdown to the middle of the songs, like, you know, where they go to like a different style and they just switch and go back and switch and go back. No, that was Archspire. That was Archspire who started that shit. That's what Archspire always remind me of whenever I listen to them. Like, they're like the better version of Ginger, you know what I mean? They're like much more technical, brutal, styled, and much more lyrically diverse version of Ginger, and they're just fucking awesome and mind-blowing, and all of the things you can think of about them is probably true. They are neck-induced, they are neck hurting, isn't like my neck is now painful a little bit. I need to kind of crack my neck a little bit trying to keep up with that drum style, and in all honesty, I fucking loved every second of it, even though it was painful. It was amazing to listen to. The drum style, brutal, fast as always, with some technical like elements and switches in the middles and bits during the solos and all of that. The fact that everybody can keep up with the drums in terms of the playing, especially the bass lines and the guitar lines, and especially the vocalist, it's just pure insanity. That's the only thing I can use to describe Archspire. The lyrics are amazing. The lyrics are literally so fucking brutal. It's ridiculous, and I honestly just want to hear more of them. I just really, really want to hear more and more and more of this Archspire goodness, man. Either way, I am fucking tired now. Have a wonderful day, evening, or nights, and I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.